'Cause everybody needs a friend to be there when they're lonely. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry about that. All right. Sorry about that, man. I be getting I get in my zone a little bit. You know what I mean? For everybody who doesn't know me, my name is Jacoby Mosley once again. And today I just went on a little trip to the past. I went on a trip to the past just to see how far I've come musically. Like, I'm a '80s baby, so I grew up in the '90s era. I like to call that the best musical era of forever. You know what I mean? Because I don't think that we're slowly getting back to it, but I don't think we're going to ever get back to the way that it once was. Because you have some people who's coming out these days, and we got the young generation who don't like to purchase anything and things like that. So, but I'm gonna just tell you about my day a little bit. My day consisted of old school R&B. I was listening to old school R&B all day long, and I must tell you, it got me feeling some kind of way right now. I mean, I love, and if you are, and if you've been watching these videos, my videos or whatever, you already know that I have a big passion for music. So I get kind of a little up there when I start talking about it and stuff because I love music and I love supporting great music and stuff like that. So I just want to tell you about the little musical journey that I went on today. And the song that I was singing when this video started was Janet Jackson's "Lonely" off of her 1989 Rhythm Nation album. I was 1 year old when that album came out, and it kind of hit. And I'm gonna actually show it to you right now. Um, Hold on, let me go ahead and get my stuff together real quick. This one right here, Rhythm Nation. I'm a big Janet Jackson fan. I've always been. Janet, where are you? I need some new music, baby. I need some new music. I know you just got married. You done moved overseas and all that other good stuff. But come on, man. The music world misses you, baby. You got to come back. Come on, deliver me something excellent. Come on, I'm waiting on you. But anyways, this album right here, Rhythm Nation. I was raised on this album and all of her other work. My aunt, she's a big Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson fan, so I grew up listening to these artists and the music that they come out with. So I basically know pretty much every track that she done came out with. That's just what I was around. But anyways, this album right here has done wonders for my life right now. It takes me to this kind of place or whatever. And I just want to talk about this album for a second before I talk about any other albums. Okay, it basically just talking about knowledge and how we lack it and how we don't want to know more about it when it's right there in front of our faces. The world that we live in today, and it's funny because this album came out in 1989. It's 2013 right now, and this album and the stuff that she talks about is more relevant now just as much as it was back then, if not worse. You know what I mean? So just the times and everything, it's like I just think that she was far ahead of her time with the stuff that she was talking about on that album. So that it blew me away when I just actually sat down and just was listening to it word for word. When the last time you can actually say that you purchased an album or heard an album that you actually just listened to word for word and tried to get the meaning of what they were saying? When was the last time you can actually say that about somebody that you listen to? You can't really say it because with the music that's out these days, if you're listening to rap or whatever, you know what I mean, it's not really, it doesn't really grab you, you know what I mean? And I just think that some people just lost the feeling of of knowing how it is to feel sincere for what they have. And, it's a prized possession. That's why I still like purchasing CDs. And if you are well acquainted with my videos, you know that I always put up a hard copy of an album. I don't really do the digital downloading as much, you know what I mean? Only if I have to, only if it's more convenient for my circumstances. But I like hard copies. I like holding it in my hand, and I like physical books. I don't do the buying books on iPads and all that other stuff. I mean, I don't like it. I mean, only if it's not available in the bookstores, if I buy it on my phone or whatever. But I like hard copies of stuff, and I just want to get back to that. I want to get you back to that or whatever, but it's your choice. I mean, I can't control what you do. You're your own person. You control everything about your life. You control it. So I want you to just kind of get back to that feeling. And the main reason why I'm back there is because I kind of miss it a little bit in the way that I was brought up, and how music was so revolutionary. It recycled, and everybody was putting out great music. You can't really name too many artists from the '90s that pulled out bad music. I mean, there's quite a few of them, one hit wonders here and there, you know what I mean? But you can't really name on one hand how many artists, bad artists, put out bad music in the '90s. You can name probably, let's just say, 50 of them right now. And that's just not even thinking. You could possibly think of 50 artists right now today that's putting out BS music that you don't really care too much about. That's why you feel not the urgency to purchase their music or whatever. So you feel that you're doing them justice by getting their music for free. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel what some people saying, but I don't like to justify it, because even if it makes you feel some kind of way or whatever, I think you should still purchase it. I'm one of those. I guess I'm the last of a dying breed. I'm old school, call it whatever you want, but I still live in that era, and that's how I was brought up, and that's valuing stuff. And that's valuing the people who put out these things and the supporters who's behind this stuff. And I'm one of the supporters. So I want us to get back to purchasing music. I want us to get back to the feeling of where we once were in our life, because at the time when you purchased the album or whatever, or digitally downloaded it, whatever, at that time, if it made a great impression on your life or whatever, if you could remember that vividly in your head, I know that you should be able to purchase whatever that was. You know what I mean? I know if you could, you would go back to that feeling if you could, if you wanted to. If you had to, you would go back. If it was in your control, you would go back to that feeling. That's why I like the Nicki Minaj song, A Moment for Life featuring Drake. I love that song. You know what I mean? Because I wish I can have this moment for life. If you can have that moment that really changed your life back, I know you would go back to it. So that's kind of like, and while it's in my control, because we live in America, we're able to utilize anything to our advantage. A lot of this in my control. I just want, you know what I mean, to go back to that, get back to the feeling of going to the record store or picking up your phone and purchasing the album, purchasing it. But full bodies of work, not just singles. Full bodies of work. Purchase full bodies of work, and when you purchase it, you listen to it. That's what you bought it for. Listen to what they're saying. Listen to it. Stop being so illiterate to today's world. Stop being so illiterate. The stuff that people was talking about back then is relevant right now to this day, and it blows me away, because some of these artists were so far ahead of their time. You know what I mean? So it amazes me. That's why I love purchasing music. It gives me some sense. It gives me a sense of power about purchasing music. But that's not the only album that I want to talk about. I have a few other albums that I want to show you real quick, and I can't really go into description on all these albums because they speak for themselves. But I just wanted to touch on that one because that was really attached to me. But here's some other ones that I just want to bring to your attention. This album, Toni Braxton's first debut album, Babyface and Elliot Reed. You know what I mean? Self-titled. Another sad love song, Breathe Again, 7 Whole Days, man, Love Affair, You Mean the World to Me, man, she had some bangers on this album, man, relationship-wise. And that one, and D'Angelo, 95, I was like 6 or 7 when this came out, but it did wonders for my life with too. So. And one last but not least, this speaks for itself. This is actually a greatest hits album. Prince, the very best of Prince. So let's just go back into your musical catalogs and just think about some of the things, some of the precious moments, and some of the things that made you feel the way that you feel. And if you want to recapture that, that's what the music is here for. Let's go back to that. Let's get back to it, people. That's what the music is here for. Music is here for us to feel good. I'm going to sign off right now with that. I appreciate you for looking at this. I only have one subscriber so far. JHoops97, you know who you are. I appreciate you for watching my videos, man. See you next time. Thank you.